Hey YouTube, B here, and today's video is sponsored by Audible. Just kidding, we aren't quite there yet. Today I introduce to you B-Sides Volume 1. I apologize for my absence lately. I've been a little busy with some stuff IRL. It's not you, it's me, I promise. But things are finally starting to get back to somewhat of a normal, so that means kreepsta and I will hopefully be able to get back to some good old-fashioned gaming, and that means some high-quality content for you guys soon. You might be wondering to yourself, what is a B-side? If you care to know more, just check that description down there. I'm gonna add a brief overview of what I think B-sides can become and hopefully turn it into something kind of cool for everyone. Basically, it's just my excuse to hide from kreepsta. And, whatever happens in B-sides stays in B-sides. This video might be a little bit slow for some of you, and to others maybe a little familiar. However, if you make it to the end, there's a nice little surprise. Kreepsta promises something epic if we reach 50 subs. We're already halfway there. But without further ado, I present to you B-Sides, Volume 1. Hello YouTube, Branshaw here. You might not know who I am, but hopefully all that is about to change. Gaming has always been a passion of mine, and with the big Rona hitting full force, I decided to team up with my buddy kreepsta in our attempt to become content creaty boys. Kreepsta is, he probably considers me his best friend, but I totally have tons of other friends. Kreepsta is a great friend. So join us as we embark on a lovely journey into the world of gaming. Today I'll be covering 3 games that we bought during the Steam Summer Sale. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we play some games. The first game is a free game that I think everyone should check out. Super Animal Royale is an early access BR developed by Pixile Studios. It was originally released back in December 2018 and features 64-player matches starring adorably murderous furry animals and full of animal puns. This game seems to be a furry's dream. Not that I am one. However, I ended up picking it up for its 10 out of 10 score on Steam and overwhelmingly positive player reviews. I started off by trying the free version of the game, and after a few matches decided to drop the $9.09 to unlock the cosmetic customizations and new breeds of animals, which are blocked behind a paywall. Cosmetics have no effect on gameplay, however unlocking new clothing or accessories is a fun part of the game, and being able to wear your recently unlocked cosmetics seemed like a good idea at the time. For just over $9, did I waste my money? I don't know. However, I do know that I've wasted more than $9 on way worse things before. Overall, the only negative thing that players seem to say about this game is the low real player population, which sometimes feels like it's dwindling in the low double digits, which the game compensates for by spawning several bots into a lobby to reach 64 players. Despite the small game population, every real player I ran into seemed really nice, and no one seemed to take the game too seriously, which is awesome because come on, you're playing a cute, hell-bent animal. These bots have decent AI, and it seems like they'll prioritize killing real players over the bots. So sometimes you get bombarded by a bunch of bots, which can actually lead to some fun moments. When I first hopped into the game, I had no idea there were even bots, and I died more than I'd like to admit to them. Overall, Super Animal Royale is a great little side game to jump into and waste a few hours. In all, I played Super Animal Royale for 11 hours, and I still have tons of cosmetics and animal breeds to unlock, including a few secret ones that require a bit of effort to obtain. With a tiny download size just under 900 megs and a free version to try, I would highly recommend this game to anyone. The second game up is a survival buildy type game called The Forest that was originally released as an early access title back in 2014 with an official release date in April 2018. Even though this game has been around for several years at this point in 2020, I hadn't heard or seen much about this game because I hardly play games of this genre. I'd watched a couple videos and it was on sale for $9.99, so I figured I'd pull the trigger and buy it. It looks like this game is back to $19.99 on Steam as of July 10th, so take that into consideration before you spend your hard-earned cheddar on this game. Steam rated this game 9 out of 10, and recent reviews are overwhelmingly positive, with all reviews at very positive. Not knowing much about this game going into it, I was hit hard with a learning curve early on. We tried doing a blind playthrough. However, the lack of guidance and clunky crafting system had us quickly Googling our way through how to survive on this unnamed island that we crash landed on. The subtlety of the storytelling can be viewed as either inventive, as it forces the player to discover little breadcrumbs spread throughout the land, or, how I view it, lazy, as my ADD ass quickly lost interest without structure and a definitive goal, other than survival from scary cannibals and discovery of huge underground caves. Without too many spoilers, you basically crash land on an island inhabited by crazy cannibals and also maybe weird religious people, and you're looking for a tiny child, presumably mine, named Timmy. And though I never found Timmy, by the end of my time in the forest, I could personally care less about Timmy. And I kind of hoped he was dead, just so I could be done with this game. Sorry, Timmy, but you kind of suck. We were sitting right next to each other on the plane. Why'd you have to go and get so lost? In all, I played the forest for 14 hours and found myself quickly getting bored of the game. That is just my opinion, however, and I feel that way about most survivally buildy type games anyways. After 8 hours of gameplay, Creep and I finally just decided to enter cheat codes and build an awesome base full of traps and zip lines, which was fun, but the cannibals kept spawning inside our base walls, so I just kind of got over it at that point. At just under 71 cents per hour, I mean, I think I got my money's worth. And if that game is ever on sale again for $9.99, it could be worth checking it out if you're into these types of games. The last game is yet another survival buildy game called 7 Days to Die that was originally released as an early access title in May 2014 by a company called The Fun Pimps, where it still remains in early access in 2020. So take that for what it's worth. I actually bought this game a few years ago under the strict peer pressure of my buddy Noah that streams this game periodically and has been really into this game since its console release back in 2016. I'll link his Twitch in the description below. I honestly can't remember how much I spent on 7 Days to Die because I purchased it a few years ago. The most recent sale price I saw was $8.49. As of July 10th, however, it's back to $24.99 again, so take that into consideration when purchasing this game. Rated 9 out of 10 by Steam with very positive reviews all around, the developers seem to be diligently providing content for their loyal fan base, as they just released their 19th alpha test a couple weeks ago, full of graphical improvements, quality of life improvements, and just more stuff to do. I'll link the patch notes in the description below if you want to see all that they've been up to over at the Fun Pimps. I think I played this game originally back in 2017 and honestly hated it because there wasn't much to do. However, in 2020, I'm really enjoying my time within the 7 Days universe. The developers call this game the Survival Crafting Horde game, and it uses voxels, so think Minecraft-y building, destruction with better graphics and zombies. The developers have also added questing, merchant traders, and a bunch of other content in these last 3 years, and have no plans of stopping anytime soon as far as I can tell. The first time I loaded this game up, I had no idea what I was doing, and as a player that typically doesn't enjoy the survival-y, buildy type games, I leaned heavily on Noah to carry my scrub ass through the first few days as we prepared for that day 7 horde attack. Once I got more familiar with the systems in the game, I actually really enjoyed the crafting and character progression. Each time you level up, you get a point that you can spend freely into different attributes such as strength, dexterity, health, etc. to build a character that suits your playstyle. I left all the building and, in my opinion, boring parts of the game to Noah, as I just spent all my points on strength and health so I could smash zombies with a sledgehammer. I also really enjoy the POI, point of interest, parts of the game. POI is any big building or house in the open world that you can explore, and as far as I know, every POI has a hidden loot cache or that you find by completing a fun little jump puzzle or by destroying paintings and finding hidden lockboxes or saves. And all the open world was fun to explore. It is rewarding to do so. And even as a player that doesn't love building things, I was able to contribute enough simply by going out, exploring, completing quests, and killing zombies, which is a win for me. In all, I've played 33 hours of 7 Days to Die, although I'm not sure how much of that was spent in 2017, but I can tell you that I could easily see myself dumping 30 plus more hours into this game. Whew. So you made it this far. Honestly, didn't think you would. But I want you to know that you're honestly my favorite person right now. Send me something cryptic in the comments so I know you've made it to this part of the video. Oh, so you want to know what Kreepsta is promising us for 50 subs, right? Well, we were talking earlier today and we just hit 25, which is mostly our parents and, you know, siblings and stuff like that. But I think we should do something cool for 25 subs still. Don't really know what. Like I said, haven't really had time to really sit down and talk to Creep, but I think we should do something cool for you guys. And we should do something even cooler at 50 subs. Although, I mean, we're always looking for more friends. We're looking for artists, musicians, gamers, content creators, poets, freeform jazz players. You know, just join us. Let's create a fun community to play games and just have a good time. Okay, this is running super long, but make sure you're subscribed with the bell notifications. Just kidding. I know you already are. Okay, gonna go for real now. Love you. Bye. You might be wondering to yourself, you know, what exactly is a B-side? You know, what's a B-side? What's a B-side? What's a B-side?